that maybe we should not be working so hard, and we should spend more time with our family playing games. The regret that I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. Now, this is interesting. Social network gaming has really come to play an important role in how we stay in touch with our friends. I don't know about you, but I've played a lot of games online with people that I would have a hard time keeping in touch with otherwise. This is not just me. There's research that came out last year showing that social network games are the #1 tool that people have online, the most effective way to maintain weaker social relationships online. People who would fall out of your life otherwise are most effectively maintained by playing a game with them. It's the most effective thing you can do on Facebook to keep somebody actively engaged in your life. So, research suggests maybe games are a good way to stay in touch with your friends. Now, I wish I'd let myself be happier. This is from my favorite portrait series. I'm sure some of you have seen these before, of gamers taking their faces while they're playing their favorite games. And I know we can see many of us are very happy when we play our favorite games. Studies are showing that we're not just happy when we play our games, but we're actually happier after we play our games. This was pretty astounding. Last year, the first clinical trials came out looking at how games might be used to treat clinical depression and clinical anxiety. And the studies showed, 2 clinical trials conducted last year showed that they were more effective than pharmaceuticals for treating clinical depression and clinical anxiety, playing games for 30 minutes a day online. So, maybe games are a good way to help let ourselves be happier. Now, what about wishing we had the courage to express our true selves? I actually know a lot of gamers who do use games to express their true selves. Some of you may have seen this portrait series of gamers taken with their avatars. And I think when we see these avatars, we can imagine people are expressing some true version of themselves. This guy looks a lot like his avatar, but you can see a slight difference, which I think is interesting, how he sees himself. Sometimes our avatars look really different from us, and I'm sure that she's expressing something really important about herself by choosing that avatar. Here's, of course, somebody who's expressing something true about himself by his choice of avatar. And also, him as well. And we get to share this version of ourselves with other people when we play. Sometimes we play with our friends and family, and we get to share who we feel we are in the game world. Well, there's research that shows that our avatars actually influence real-world behavior, that we become more like our avatars when they represent a positive version of ourselves. I really encourage you to check out the research at Stanford University's research lab on virtual reality and avatars. Study after study showing that a positive image of ourselves in a game can change how we act in the real world more confidently, or being able to stick to our resolutions more effectively, more willpower. So, maybe games are a good way to express our true selves.